Hey y'all, so before I get this video started, let me give a quick shout out. These were the first 3 comments in my last video. If you want to be featured in my next video, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell and come show me some love when I drop a new video. What's up, you guys? It's KeAmber Vaughn, aka CoachKe, coming back to you with another video. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you're not new, welcome back. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and also tap the bell so that you are notified of every new video that I post. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be budgeting my April YouTube paycheck. If you guys did not know, you can get paid on YouTube. This paycheck is actually based on analytics from March, so I'm going to take a quick break and show you guys what my analytics were for last month, and then I'll come back and we will do the budget. All right, y'all, so let's go ahead and get into these analytics real quick. The first tab is the overview tab. As you guys can see, I ended up getting 16.7 thousand views for the month of March. That was down from 20.2 thousand the previous month. Like I said, I did miss a couple of upload days as well as the type of content that I put out. And there's another thing that I think was a reason for my channel going down as well for the month of March, and we will talk about that now, I think. So the impressions I had was 280,000 impressions. That's down 20% from the previous month. My impression click-through rate was down 3%. My views, again, down 23%. The unique viewers was down 23%. And I believe this is because in the month of March, I changed the way that a couple of my budget videos were titled, because I thought that I would be able to have a higher reach, but actually I believe that that ended up negatively affecting my channel. So I'm going back to the way that specifically my paycheck to paycheck videos are titled now. The watch time hours went down 36%. The average view duration went down 17%, but this is because I put out shorter videos last month. So that is kind of part of it too. We already talked about the audience part, and then here's the revenue. So I earned $158.75. It's a little bit more than what's estimated here. That's down 44% from the previous month. Estimated monetized playbacks, again, down 30%. And then my playbacks based CPM, which is what I talked to you guys about, that is down 20%. At one point in time, my playback CPM was like $28, I think, 27, somewhere around there. So it's going down, and like I said, I think that's because of the whole coronavirus and companies not paying as much and stuff like that. So yeah, now let's get back to the budget. All right, so based on the analytics that you guys just saw, my paycheck was $158.75, and I'm projecting for my income to continue going down even if my views start going back up where they used to be. I did make changes to my channel like 3 months ago, I think, or 2 months ago. So I already knew that the income slide was going to happen, but then with the coronavirus stuff and the pandemic and all of this stuff, a lot of companies are not paying as much for ads. I know this because even on my CPM has decreased by about half. So yeah, and it's okay for me because I make these YouTube videos to hold myself accountable and also just to help you guys out, showing you guys how to budget, how a regular everyday person would budget. I'm not trying to live off of this money, at least not right now, you know, while my channel is where it is. So typically with my YouTube paycheck, I don't take any fixed expenses out of here. I don't account for any variable expenses or anything like that. I literally just take out what I need for taxes, send that to my tax sinking fund. Sometimes I do save a little bit extra on top of that, and then the rest I just keep in my checking account for variable expenses as they happen. And this is even more important this month because, as you guys know, I stopped working about 3 weeks ago, and I didn't complete both shifts in that last week of that pay cycle. I only did one of the 2 shifts. So my paycheck that you guys will see on Friday is going to be about $300 short because I only worked 3 shifts instead of 4. But that's okay. That's okay. My health is important, and it's more important than a paycheck. Okay, so savings, I'm going to put date sent. We're going to do amount. And then a plus or, why did I do this in purple? This is what happens when you only budget every 2 weeks and not every week. Just forget how you do everything. All right, savings. $0.08. Probably could have put that over a little bit amount, but I ain't erasing again. Okay, so the first savings account I'm going to send to is my tax sinking fund. And we did have a 50-25-25 split on savings this month. So I am also going to send money to my miscellaneous / investment sinking fund, my car sinking fund, and then travel. What's being sent to these three is going to be a very minimal amount, but I like to stick to whatever my plan is. So if my plan was to send 40% of my income to savings this month after I, cover my fixed expenses, that's what I'm going to do. So today's date is, I have no clue. Is it the 22nd? Yeah, the 22nd. So as soon as I'm done with the video, I'm going to send this off. The paycheck just hit yesterday. Okay, so first order of business is to take care of the taxes. And I take 20% and send that off to a tax sinking fund. So that is going to be $31.75. And depending on, I haven't filed my taxes for 2019 yet. Once I do and I see how much I owe, depending on how much I have in both of my tax sinking funds, because I have one in my Ally account and then I have another tax account in my business LLC account. And even though I treat those incomes different, when I file my taxes, because I am self-employed as well as W-2, everything still gets lumped into one. So yeah, I'm going to see how much money I have left over in those two accounts put together. And depending on how much is left over, I might not save as much for the rest of this particular year. Okay, so in order for me to figure out what else I'm sending to the rest of these accounts, I have to go to my weekly allocations page here. So this is going to be YouTube income. And that's $158.75. 60% is going to stay in my checking. 40% is going to go to savings. Now, I do this allocation after I take out the tax amount, because it's just like when you're working at your job. When you work at your job, you don't account for your gross income, you account for your net income. So I'm going to do my numbers based off of my net income. And my best friend's calling me. I'm gonna have to call him back. He must have just looked at my IG stories. Y'all, if y'all haven't seen my IG stories, I made almost $700 in the market today live. Okay, so that's probably why he's calling me right now. Okay, so checking, I'm going to keep $76.20, and that means that $50.80 is going to go to savings, but I'm also going to add that $31.75 that we kept for taxes. I'm going to add that back in. $82.55. So really quick, I'm just going to add going across. I don't have any debt, so there's nothing there. I'm just going to add across really quick to make sure that my math was correct and that equals the amount of my check, and it does. So did I say $82.55 total, but $31.75 was for taxes. So that means I have $50.80 to devote to my other savings accounts, and I do a 50-25-25 split. So grab a piece of paper real quick. So 50-80. 50 is going to go to the miscellaneous / investment. 25% is going to go to the car, and the other 25 is going to go to travel. So let's do the math on that. 50-80 times 50% is going to give me $25.40, and I'm just going to divide that in half. So $12.70. And I know some people are like, do you really send $12.70 to those accounts? Yeah, I don't care if it's at 80 cents, I'm going to send it. I'm very meticulous and strict with my budget, and that is why I am where I am financially. I promise you guys, you have to find something that you can stick to. You don't want to have a budget method where you have to keep changing things around all the time. And well, this month I want to do this. No, you should be able to use the same method no matter what. Okay, so $25.40, $12.70, $12.70, and again, I'm just going to double check my math by adding all of them up. That gets me the $82.55. That was my savings allocation that we had on that last page. So let's go ahead and total this out. Then I'm going to do the remaining. Why did I use the wrong color? And whatever's remaining out of this check, I'm just, like I said, going to keep in my checking account, and I'm going to add that to my checking balance from paycheck one, because my budget actually ended the same day that I got this paycheck. It ended that night. Okay, so remaining, I forgot to have my green pen out, my bad. Is $76.20. Ooh, time to get new pens. If you guys are interested in the pens, planner, all of that stuff, I got that in the description box. I'm still waiting to hear back from the printing company as far as my planners go, so that I know when those can be back in stock. I just went back too far, y'all. Okay. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, I'm basically at the bottom of my paycheck one page, I'm going to write that we're going to add the $76.20 to whatever I thought my actual ending balance was for this paycheck cycle. I'm going to add this part that we kept in for the checking from YT paycheck. So that I can get my true ending balance at the end of this pay cycle. And that's that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, of course, feel free to leave them down below. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.